everybody. Welcome to the channel. It is June 25th, and I was saving up some messages from the 21st until now. And I've broken it down into a couple of different messages for you. So here's message one. One of these masculines was saying they are also connected. So we got Nasty Jack that is connected to this field of awareness, this consciousness of this divine feminine, this magistrate. And her celestial family is also connected. So any plans that these nasty asses make to try to capture this magistrate, this daughter of the lion, this celestial father once more, yeah, they're being heard. So there's something about the Hatman, which is an entity or a demon. The Hatman is a prominent shadow person, a dark, featureless, humanoid entity wearing a brimmed hat or fedora. Now, that reminds me about Melania standing mysteriously in the corner during a professional meetup of these leaders and whatnot, wearing wide-brimmed hats, purple hats, blue hats, white hats, whatever you got. That's the Hatman is what that is. I've had a read recently that we've got devil in a container that appears to be feminine, but it's not. These two entities are not married technically. He made a deal with the devil, and these ones have been trafficking human soul, S-O-L, the inner son of the people in this celestial kingdom for some time, and they're time traveling, whatever the hell, whatever. They've lost connection to the source of the power that gave them this ability, and now they're scrambling because the mother is free and is according to these Satanists, threatening Melania's position. Melania and the entity, the principality posing as Trump, have been siphoning the life, the living sun out of people for centuries, and that's how they keep themselves living. One masculine said, demanded of someone, "Fix the motherfucker!" I had a vision. An android was running away from me. Apparently needs to be fixed. Someone is talking about driving something. And it could very well be that these androids are hackable and that they themselves are being driven. Take it as it resonates. They have been driving the mental body of humans with their sorcery and their voice-to-skull Wi-Fi streaming technology. They like to push chaos through the minds of the people and keep them feeling very low about themselves. Somebody said, these are families. So entire families, it looks like, are being obliterated or saved. Take it as it resonates. They're talking about something that when it's dry, so there's some kind of toxin that's when it's dry, it's safe or whatever. When it gets wet, it's deadly. So they have this toxin, and a masculine said, okay, but I warn you. So there's something about the statute of limitations on a savior energy. They're going after this celestial daughter that's been emancipated, vindicated, and returned to the status that she had originally centuries ago before these human trafficking rapists of children banished her after convicting her of a crime that she did not do. They've been using her energy for centuries in a bad way, while blaming her. One masculine is trying to hide the damage was mended from his prostituting of a woman's essence. So there's been some type of a pinching. And I mentioned this the other day. It was like there was like a, you know those little brushes that you get to clean straws out with? It's like one of those brushes was like being inserted into the whatchamacallit. And it's like the whole clitoris was being brushed out or wiped out. And it's like there was some things that needed to be surgically repaired or something. I don't know. But whatever they did, they're trying to hide that the damage was mended from his prostituting of a woman's essence. So she's repaired, she's fixed, God has fixed her up, and he's trying to hide that from these people. He's trying to continue telling them that she's weakened, that her energy has been bound, stopped from flowing, whatever he's trying to cast the illusion of. He doesn't want them to know that she's in full power, that the whatever damage he did, it's been fixed and she's in full power, feminine power. These masculine entities are complaining about something affecting them, these changes. So whatever damage that they did by prostituting this spirit, Holy Spirit of a powerful woman, has been repaired, and it's affecting them, these changes. He's trying to hide that, he's trying to hide it. Apparently his destruction of her female parts in the spirit was not quite irreparable. At 6:30 a.m. on the 23rd of June, there was something about 30 minutes. So 7 a.m. on the 23rd of June, which is 2 days ago, something happened. I don't know what, but it did. Somebody is saying to these nasty men that they had multiple chances to destroy this emancipated and proven innocent queen or daughter of a queen. And they failed every time to destroy this woman and prove that their illusions, that their destruction upon her, it failed to prove that she was that. She was able to heal the damage that they did. God was able to heal it. They could not accomplish whatever their mission was regarding the mother of this realm, or of all realms. They failed. Weak-ass hoe, calling itself a man, wants to get a stand-in for this powerful, glowing, recognized, identified soul, S-O-L, of a royal celestial lineage. The interdimensional being that is guiding these low-level devils in a man suit is insisting that she's nothing more than an appetizer for them to feed upon. Another masculine is saying that she was innocent. She was innocent at the start, and everything they built was built on her energy. Everything they built will come undone because she was innocent, and they had no right to collect or torture her essence for their gain. They are arguing, and one of them is getting really fed up with these so-called men demanding to be fed souls of human women and their offspring carrying the essence of the sun within them. I heard Ishi mighty Motha. Ishi mighty Motha, Ishi mighty Motha, Ishi mighty Motha. And he says it all the time. It could translate to husband of mighty mother, or my salvation, mighty mother. This curator lost her. And everything that he and all his nasty ass pimp, slaving, rapist, fucking consumers of human brains, flesh, blood are losing everything. It was illegitimate. It was an illegitimate win. Undeserving of their prize. The curator is complaining to his interdimensional guides and his bro hoes that she is dismantling everything that he did. There's something about February and something about exorcising. It could very well be this coming February that every single entity carrying any of this energy shall be exorcised. I do not know. It could be that somebody tried to exorcise something last February. Perhaps it wasn't what they thought it was, or it failed. Something was done in broad daylight. And there's something about Israel. Someone said something about they revoked a decision. This woman was a chosen representative of God in the celestial kingdoms thousands of years ago. This curator, this nasty ass, they deceitfully convicted her of a crime, and they stripped her of her authority as the mother, as the stabilizer, as the nurturer, as the protector of these innocent children. And then they proceeded to turn it into a slaughterhouse and a brothel. A fucking low vibrational, baneful magic festival fueled by suffering, extracted soul from innocent people. So, somebody has revoked a decision, perhaps from thousands of years ago or perhaps recently. They are saying that something is contaminated. The masculines are talking to the curator about his army being reptilian. The mighty mother's army is celestial. They are saying that those who have used blood to get ahead in the world, to make gain, to harm others, those who took life and used the blood of a living being filled with the essence of the sun are not welcome and perhaps getting punished. They are saying that they've got to get the job done, which is to replace God's chosen representative, this daughter, from her position of authority. They want to remove the planetary stabilizer, chosen universal stabilizer, and they want to replace it with one of their Jezebel lookalike copycats, who is not a daughter of the lion, who is not Lyran, however you want to say it. People are calling these men who are being driven to unalive this female authority a psychopath, or a bunch of psychopaths. They are saying that she is dignified. She's never tried to destroy anybody. She's never hurt anybody to get one over on anybody. She's always shared, cared. And these nasty men are hot on her trail, And the others are like, stay the F away from her. And calling them psychopaths. These nasty men, they're not actual living men. These are principalities who have been hopping, body hopping from container to container, and they use hospitals to do the transfer. They like to cause accidents and whatnot to get people into the hospital so they can do this body snatching crap, identity thievery. So these psychopaths, they got to get this magistrate out of there because they are F-U-C-K-E-D. They are murderous rapists, criminal pirate thieves with centuries of criminal record. I like this woman. She needs her medicine? Sounds one of the curator's frickin' pirate posse bro-hos. He's got a fish on. Gonna come try to catch that magistrate, that woman, that powerhouse, that all of the collective of these stupid fucked sorcerer men could not destroy. In all of their might, and all of their sacred knowledge, and their magic, they could not destroy one powerhouse of a woman who was not trying to fight back, who is not doing magic on anyone, who is simply absorbing, alchemizing, experiencing destruction and construction at the same time. Myself for over 20 years. What did you guys do? What did you do to add value to your soul? They didn't overcome anything, not even their intended victim, a single woman. A couple of blokes are over there saying they got to get this job done and remove this woman. Their freeloading, fancy-free fuckfest is coming to an end. They're not sons of the celestial kingdom. They have no relations. So they're saying that this magistrate is escalating something, and may her hunters find you, nasty jacks, because we all hear you plotting and scheming against her life. So something is being escalated. At the same time, someone said, so they want to take her out and her protector, her husband, her helper, her mate. At the same time. They want to eliminate and trap she and he, but not this time, Azhat. They have a guarantee. They've reconstructed the bridge to the celestial kingdoms. The Father and the Mother are free, and they see very well who we are, identified, and they know what you're up to. This is the end of their relationship with batteries, and the sun shall never show for them again. They're going to come after this woman, and they shall not survive. It's a simple fact. But they're psychotic. So they can't see the reality of anything. All they see is the need to stay alive because they're dead. And the only way they can live is if they trap powerful women or entities, beings connected to the sun with the powerful force within them, masculine or feminine, take it as it resonates. So it is the nasty jacks, considering such a thing, that will be the ones not to survive. At this point, they're just plain stupid. It's not even misplaced cleverness. So they want to eliminate both parts of this power couple, this power dynamic at the same time. I heard somebody say, presence! As though they were commanding an entity to be present. So they were summoning somebody. Perhaps they're trying to command the females to give them their services and their presence. Perhaps their previous sacrifices are being commanded to be present and serve them. Those that they had bound. May they be called forth and freed. Someone said, "What's wrong with that card?" And the other day, I heard the curator complain that the celestial planetary service provider had canceled their credit cards. They're no longer going to be using the wealth of the celestial realm to fuel their baneful, disgusting existence, which doesn't exist at all. They're dead. And then the phrase, "live by the sword, die by the sword," ran through mine. Somebody's complaining that all of humanity are seen as deserving. They tried their best to poison humans and their temples to get them seen as though their flesh suits were faulty and needed to be recycled and redone. They poisoned everybody, got them on this medicine in order to try to solidify that illusion. It failed. They tried to frame all of the humans as being cannibals of each other's by feeding them their sacrifices that they had thrown into the meat grinders. They magically transferred all of the sin of their filthy existence, their death energy, onto us. Onto those who have the light within them, the true sons and daughters. And they have failed. That's the message, and I'll see you on the next one.